And it's a serious look this Indiana team had as they arrived at the arena earlier on. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Mathurin at the shooting guard. Hield is the small forward. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. Then it's Turner. And it's Nora in at the 4 spot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Joe Harris. He's out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at the center. It's still early in the season, and teams are still trying to figure out rotations. Greg, what's it like to play in a game like that tonight?
Well, for a lot of these guys, Kevin, it's all about jockeying for position, making an argument for minutes. You want to earn the trust of your coaches.
Count that one.
Halliburton all about getting his teammates open looks. Does such a great job with his unselfishness making the pass.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Pacers still looking to find their way a bit. Struggled last year in Rick Carlisle's return, but I think the future is bright. Ended up near the bottom of the Eastern Conference, but they've got some nice young pieces to build around.
And Simmons drops them both. Mark, you know about Indiana. The Pacers, a young team that's still looking for a leader.
Yeah, they're in growth mode right now. Clearly a team in transition, but that's not always bad. I mean, I love some of their young pieces, and I'm excited to see what this team can look like in a year or two.
6 on the shot clock. Back to Halliburton. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Halliburton. And the Nets with possession. Simmons left side. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control even when facing physical contact.
Now here's Hield against Washington. He was really on his game. Now here's Turner. D right on him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Ben Simmons.
And the centerpiece of that Sabonis trade last year. Halliburton looks like a future star.
So consistent and mature for a young guy, Greg. That's what jumps off the page at me. Knockdown shooter, clever playmaker, and continues to put the work in to get better every year and bring his teammates with him.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Got a hand on it. The pass to Claxton. Outside for Simmons. And he uses the glass on the layup. Simmons got 6.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do to prevent Simmons from creating space. I mean, it's quite honestly what he does best in pick and roll situations.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Count it.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
A team that, on paper, they expect to beat. Great teams take care of business against the bottom feeder. We'll see if they can handle that end of the bargain here tonight.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for the Pacers. T.J. McConnell comes in for Halliburton. Pass to Mathurin.
2 minutes to play.
Back to McConnell.
First quarter.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first. Here's Mathurin. Thomas covering. Mathurin, good. Mathurin's got his second bucket. Curry passes to Noel. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Really got to admire the way Noel adjusts after contact. Excellent body control by the big man.
Pass to Mathurin. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Pass to Smith. Here's Mathurin. Thomas covering. Here's McConnell. And that one hits back iron.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
On the wing, Johnson. Covered by Heel. Johnson's shot is off. The Pacers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. McConnell with it. Now Thomas defending. Here's Mathurin. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mathurin's got 7 points in the game.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
There's the pass to Mathurin. Smith outside. The rebound by the Nets. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets lead by 1. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
Ben Simmons is out there with Harris. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Clark, when they're evaluating draft prospects, we always hear about wingspan, arm span. How does that translate to the basketball floor?
Well, it's actually reach factor, Kevin. That's a huge component of defense, particularly when you're talking about guys switching all the time. So the ability to cover ground, to challenge shots from a distance, that's why wingspan is so important. And you think about it, multiple defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, perhaps has the longest wingspan ever recorded at the combine.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Off the inbound. And Simmons with the lay-in. Simmons got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Here's Nembhard. Passes to Halliburton. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. And here's Harris from the arc. Cranes the three-pointer.
You know, knocking down the three guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
An NBA All-Defense for 2 years running. Matisse Thybulle has been a game-changing defender from the minute he set foot in the NBA.
Now, here's Nesmith. Defended by Thybulle. Here's Harris. Pass to Thybulle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And Greg, we know at Washington, Thybulle was the college defensive player of the year, averaging 3.5 steals and over 2 blocks a game.
And per minute, not far off that pace in the pros. His opponent field goal percentage last season good for second best in the league.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Neesmith. Here's Nora. Here's Nembhard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Neesmith. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. And it's Thibault in the corner. Harris passes to Claxton. And it's sent back by Turner.
There's the defensive presence they want from Turner. Hustling and using his mobility to send it back.
And they recover it. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's the three. The rebound by Turner.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Nembhard now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
That was the 2K drop, as that move deserved another look.
His team is down, but with the way he went at the rim, you know they'll keep fighting the entire game.
Here's Nora, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Let's go, everyone. I needed to get loud in here for you.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nerlens Noel checks in for Watanabe. Johnson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Thomas checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Seth Curry in for Simmons. Noel passes to Curry. Here's Claxton, covered by Smith. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Hield outside. Here's Mathurin. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington. Outside Turner. And there's the pass to McConnell. A rebound by the Nets. Poked away. It's stolen by Smith. Inside. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Turner.
I tell you what, Turner just has a beautiful touch down on the block. I mean, you get the ball where he wants it, he'll deliver for you.
And Noel kicks to Thomas. And here's Johnson outside. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Johnson's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Oh, you can't let Turner get that deep inside. When you do, he's going to abuse you with a throwdown right on top of your head.
Thomas dishes to Curry. He feeds it to Johnson. It's stolen by Hield. Got a piece of it. Curry with it. Out guarded by Hield. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Passes it to Claxton. To the paint. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Smith. Here's Mathurin. Goes back up. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Hield.
And I like seeing Hield take advantage of that mid-range area, appearing confident in taking that shot.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Brooklyn ahead, up 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With Rick Carlisle. Coach, what needs to happen on the defensive end to get back on track?
Well, a lot of things need to get better. Our level of force defensively is not there. We got to pick it up. We got to play with a lot more collective force.
We'll see if you can bring the noise more as the game goes on. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. Looking at the Nets, Kenny, what was your impression?
We have to love the second unit. I mean, the effort they displayed, they're doing much more than giving the starters a break. We're seeing real intensity from them, particularly on the offensive end.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Whatever their game plan was defensively coming in, that needs to change. Can't let a team shoot for a percentage in the high 50s and expect to come out on top.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan.
Turn it up, Nets fans.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. The guard pair, Halliburton and Mathurin. Then it's Turner. Then there's Buddy Hield. And it's Nwora in a power forward. Three-pointer, Hield. A three-pointer is right on target. Hield's got his second bucket of the night.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
A big part of two Sacramento blockbuster trades. Buddy Hield went from New Orleans to Sacramento in the DeMarcus Cousins trade. They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Halliburton with it. Now guarded by Noel. Here's Turner. And he converts the layup. Turner's got 8 points. And Clark for Hield, 6 years later, he was part of the Kings-Pacers mega trade.
Yeah, Kevin, that one sent Domantas Sabonis to Sacramento. Hield showed his value as a player night in and night out in Sacramento, and that created the trade value that allowed him to be moved for good players. He's actually one of the best shooters you can find in the league, in my opinion.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Exciting fans in the building. If you want one, put your hands in the air and wave those babies like you just don't care.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets.
Brooklyn Nets. Big round of applause for the Brooklyn
Hield against Johnson. Nwora, the pass to Mathurin. It's blocked.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence and always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Nets working the ball around now. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
Boy, that's 5 buckets in a row now. Watch out. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
They need this. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Nembhard's shot is good.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Here's Simmons. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Nwora, the pass to Hield. And here's Halliburton. Over Simmons. And it's Halliburton missing.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
A nice shot by Simmons. And it's a 12-point Nets lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Halliburton passes to Nesmith. Hield outside. Here's Nembhard. He's guarded by Thomas for three. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And the burst of quickness on display with the Mobile One drive.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this lead.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
New group in for the Nets. Watanabe's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Johnson. Harris is checked in for Thomas. And it's Seth Curry in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Smith checked in for Indiana. T.J. McConnell comes in for Halliburton.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe. I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Simmons inside, working on Smith. Yep, it counts.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Nembhard. Good, nice job down low. Nembhard's got 7.
And their outside game is simply evaporated here in the second half. Not a lot of great looks from deep.
And Simmons slams it in.
You know, this is Simmons at his most explosive, and we are seeing the vast array of his skills on display here tonight.
41 seconds left here in the third quarter. McConnell passes to Nembhard. Nesmith. Rebound, Brooklyn. Simmons got 4 rebounds in this game. That one goes in. Simmons got 18 points just in the second half.
And for a 6'10 player like Simmons to be handling the ball like that, come on, that's criminal.
The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That one is off. Good on the second free throw.
Just a terrific prospect. Mathurin gives this offense so many options, and he has the physical tools to be a great defender.
Here's Simmons. That one drops for him. Simmons got 30 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Mathurin. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 11.
And we've seen Mathurin become a volume three-point shooter, which is understandable given these results.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Johnson. Harris is out there with Curry. Then it's Noel. And it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Very good composure and control that time by Halliburton, not allowing that physical defense to affect his shot at all.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And they might be down big, but you love the mentality he has to go at defenders and just keep attacking. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Curry against Halliburton. He can't get that one to fall. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And slam dunk by Noel.
And, you know, Noel positions himself perfectly on these screens and capitalizes off these sets with a tenacity that is admirable.
Halliburton against Curry. Here's Norrell. Curry brings the double. Halliburton inside the three-point line. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. Noel finds Harris. The three from Johnson. It's rebounded by Indiana. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Mathurin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, you watch Mathurin. He is built to score at this NBA level.
Excellent spot-up shooter. He plays above the rim. And once he gets more comfortable scoring off the bounce, watch out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Nerlens Noel. And it's Ben Simmons in for Curry. And they double up Simmons. Lays it up off the glass. Simmons got 34.
Simmons muscling his way right into his shot. He gets the ball inside like that, it's almost a wrap.
And the Pacers call time here. Well, as we know, it's here to stay, but people continue to voice their opinion on the play-in tournament format. Where do you fall?
I like it, Kevin. I really do. It's creative. It's innovative. It adds a level of excitement, that do-or-die feel that you sometimes don't get unless it's a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. I really think it's a good add-on.
Big round of applause for the Brooklyn Nets kids.
Pacers trail by 18. Hield outside. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
A catch-and-shoot specialist. Hield has a quality jump shot and really makes quick decisions.
Simmons passes to Claxton, and he makes that one. And the Nets lead by 17.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Looking to get back on track here. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Halliburton's got 4 this quarter. The Nets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Got it. Good job in the low post.
That's exactly what they like to see from Simmons, not taking a sideways or neutral approach. Instead, hey, let's go through that contact.
Back to Halliburton. Out to the right wing. Here's Norrell. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside, Simmons. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
That's what you call being a master of your craft from Simmons. I mean, fooled the entire defense in the paint there.
So for the Nets, O'Neal comes in for Johnson, and Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Joe Harris. Here's Nembhard.
This one is all but over. I mean, what a ferocious and commanding performance for Brooklyn.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ben Simmons.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. Here's Simmons. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Simmons got 42 in the game.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Brissett passes to Nembhard. 2 points, that one goes.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Daniel Tice, first personal foul, team second.
That's good from Simmons.
You know, Ben Simmons is so unique as a player. I think he's one of the few non-bigs who can actually dominate a game scoring below the foul line. Not just scoring, but with his passing, too.
Halliburton outside. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.